During a karaoke night at the Dakota, I sang first On the Road Again by Willie Nelson. Then What's Up by Four Non Blondes. Then Still Loving You by the Scorpions. Because I know Mom loves it when I sing that song. And then finally, Yellow by Coldplay. But I didn't request to sing that song through a slip. Rather, the karaoke host had me sing that song because it's one of my best songs. We got there, I think we got to the Dakota around 7:30 p.m. And about 15 minutes later, in that back room where private parties are held, typically, but where also karaoke night can be hosted. I got what I got last time, which was an Oriental salad with steak that was cooked medium well. For it, my waitress initially gave me, I believe, vinaigrette. To which I requested that it be swapped out for ranch. I like the taste of ranch more. I had that salad with a glass of iced water, with a glass of milk. I believe the water came first, and then the milk shortly afterwards. And then shortly after I finished, the salad with orange slices and sliced almonds in it, mixed greens and croutons, I poured on about half of the ranch I was given out of a black plastic cup container. Since I didn't want to drown the salad. Shortly after I finished that salad, I get the cocktail I usually get, which is known as the Cadet, which is really just a flavored mule, which is essentially ginger beer with some kind of fruit juice in it. Excuse me. According to my best recollection, while at the Dakota, in between singing and eating a salad, and to stick to a keto diet, I finished the back of Beaker's lab coat. And I felt that I couldn't work on it more. Oh, wait. Then I started working on the plaid pattern for the front of the shirt that's behind Beaker's lab coat. This plaid pattern involves initially just the sky blue ultrafine Sharpie marker in order to do some perpendicular lines to create a square plaid pattern. And then I'm going to use a darker hue of blue for the dots that'll be put in the square dots that'll be put in the corners of the squares. I ultimately got about one flap of the shirt completely done, and then I got about halfway for the other flap. I started with the left flap and then worked on the right flap. Surprisingly, doing those perpendicular lines took me more than an hour. Throughout the day, primarily in the afternoon, I both ate some of the gingerbread barn that Mom made for Christmas Day, and finished the sides of Beaker's light green lab coat. Using both a fine tip and an ultra fine tip light blue Sharpie markers. I didn't use a dual tip light blue Sharpie marker. I don't think I even have one of those either at Mom's place or Dad's place. I use the ultra fine to get the green coloring, the light green coloring around Beaker's hands without a fear of having that coloring mixed with the drawings of Beaker's hands. When we were seated in the back room of the Dakota, initially Mom and I sat at an individual table, but then as Mom's friends joined us in the back room, we combined individual tables in order to form a sort of long table that, for me at least, went this way. So vertically, from my perspective, I was sat towards the very back of the table, the very bottom of it. At times I felt a little bit cramped in terms of space because so many people sat at this makeshift long table, but I was able to work on Beaker with little to no difficulty, so ultimately it worked out just fine. On the Duolingo app, while at the Dakota, I did more Spanish practice than I would have otherwise because I thought today was going to be the last day for this week in the Diamond League, and I wanted to ensure that I would stay in the Diamond League, but it turns out there was still one day left. And I always know that the week for a league ends at 10 p.m. on Duolingo. Either way, it'll go towards me being able to stay on the league after the last day, the real last day ends. Believe it or not, you can do speaking exercises even if there's a lot of background noise, because your voice in a way ends up being the dominant sound because it's closest to the phone. If you're on Duolingo Mobile, the listening exercises might be a different story, though. I recall not skipping the speaking exercises, but skipping the listening exercises.